Another line we need to talk about here, the Chris Colognes line. Yeah. Hey Fragrance family, I'm David, I'm a fragrance bro, of course your best source for everything fragrance related. Today I have a review of the line from Chris Colognes. Now Chris Colognes graciously sent these out to me for a review, and unfortunately he sent these out to me a couple of years ago and I just completely forgot about them. They disappeared on my shelf and they just reappeared when I was cleaning everything out. It's funny how that happens. But I've taken way too long to make this review, and in the process they released newer fragrances which I can't get to in this review. But I have 6 here that I'm going to be talking about, and this covers a lot of their line. Now Chris Colognes himself, I believe, started off as a model, and if you look at him, wow. That is one of the most handsome dudes I've ever seen. He branched off and started his line of fragrances, and I have to say, these are really good. So I'm gonna go into each of these fragrances here, show them to you up close, and dive into all my thoughts about each one here. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the review. All right, first on the list is a trio of fragrances that I believe were his first ones that he created, and the first one is Renaissance Man. Renaissance Man has been recently renamed, I guess, to Renaissance. It's described as complex, grounded, and vital, and it's inspired by the Harlem Renaissance of the 20th century, a time of renewed creativity in Manhattan. And apparently this collection has changed bottles, at least on their website. The ones that I have must have been the old bottles, and they're clear on this one. Some of the notes in this are marine accords, bergamot, ginger, cinnamon, sage, honey, tonka bean, tobacco, and leather. This is a very interesting scent, but I don't think this is one that I like as much as some of the others. At the top, there's a weird salty C note with tobacco, and I get the leather in here and a drop of honey. To me, it smells pretty funky. It's a little salty, somewhat animalic, and leathery. It's a very masculine scent that might be considered sexy if you like those type of scents. It kind of has almost a skin-like smell or quality to it. The fragrance moves between that screechy, salty candle note and the funky, skanky tobacco leather thing. Overall, interesting, but not something that I would wear personally. Next is Danse Sauvage. Danse Sauvage is described as wild, seductive, and intoxicating, and it's inspired by the wild, erotic performances of the Black Venus in 1920s Paris. Notes in this are cognac, plum, saffron, pepper, chili, rose, cedarwood, vanilla, and oud. And Danse Sauvage, I think, is excellent. It's a really nice cedar tobacco fragrance, very warm, rich, woody, and aromatic. There's no tobacco listed in the notes, but it does really give off that vibe. I get the cognac and the plum, and that smells fantastic. Then I get some nutmeg, also not listed, and a spicy heart that really adds to the richness of the fragrance. I think this is a great choice for autumn and colder weather, as well as for formal occasions. It's really fantastic. This is a really great scent, and it's one of my favorites from the line. And next is Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is described as smooth, daring, and exuberant, and it's inspired by a Harlem speakeasy. Some of the notes in this are rum, clove, nutmeg, jasmine, orris, patchouli, sandalwood, amber, and musk. This one is another winner. This is a warm, smooth, boozy scent with some fruity facets and a slight leather facet as well. And it is smooth, very, very smooth. I think this is a very unique scent that sits kind of in between genres. I get rum, saffron, orris, vanilla, a touch of spice, and that fruity note. Not sure where it comes from. This is just the smoothest of the smooth scents, and I think this could be a great signature scent for someone who wants to smell nice and unique. And again, this is another great nighttime scent, great for a date, great for formal occasions. As it dries a little bit more woody and slightly powdery. Overall, fantastic scent. Now, the next collection that he made was an extrait collection, and I have 3 here. The first one here is Autumn Rhythm. Now, this is in a different collection. This is the Dark Romance collection, and all the fragrances in this collection are extrait de parfum. Autumn Rhythm is described as independent, adventurous, and earthy. It's inspired obviously by the fall, and some of the notes in this are bergamot, green notes, mate, I believe it is, lily of the valley, cashmere and orris, leather, cedarwood, tonka bean, ambrette, and musk. Autumn Rhythm is a really nice smoky vetiver with some leather in here. There is a woody quality to the scent with a twinge of some green herbal qualities. It is a very nice woody leather scent, and it has just a touch of sweetness, which I think is a nice touch to this fragrance. It's really great. It's sexy, great for romantic situations, great for nighttime, great for the autumn, and I think that if you like those kind of smokier vetiver leather type of scents, I think you'll love this. It reminds me a lot of Argos Brevido Delicacia, which came out after this fragrance. Both of them them are kind of similar in that way. I really love this style of fragrance. I think this is definitely one of the standouts from the line. Next is Tokyo Blue. Tokyo Blue is described as influential, artistic, and unboring. And this is an homage to the founder Chris Collins' father, who favored violet colognes. And so some of the notes in this are bergamot, galbanum, ylang ylang, violet leaf, orris, mimosa, orange blossom, rose, cedarwood, and musk. And I think this is a very cool take on the fresh scent, the typical fresh scent. It's very musky and green. I get musk and violet leaf with a hint of cedar and a very light floral note. I also get this kind of almost soapy quality in the mids, but it's not obnoxiously soapy. At the start, there's this hint of citrus, almost like a classical Italian citrus scent. Eventually that goes away and leaves a green musky scent that is very nice and is so easy to wear. It's a scent that kind of almost blends in with the background. It's not loud and it doesn't stand out too much. And even though it's an extrait de parfum, I didn't find that it was terribly strong. It sat in the perfect range for me. Very interesting fragrance, one that I really enjoy. And the last one that I have here is Sweet Taboo. Sweet Taboo is described as confident, approachable, and sensual, and they say that this will inspire you to break taboos in search of pleasure. And some of the notes in this are clary sage, cardamom, cinnamon, geranium, cacao, coffee, benzoin, tonka bean, vanilla, and musk. Sweet Taboo is a very good, fresh, spicy scent. Again, it's another one that really works well in formal or romantic situations, great for nighttime. Right away, I get the cardamom and a little cinnamon in there mixed with a very open and airy floral accord. Then it ends with some vanilla, just a little bit of vanilla, and a bit of a woody, spicy characteristic. It's not overwhelming as the style could have been. It's spicy but doesn't feel hot. It doesn't smell heavy or too sweet like some vanilla scents could. I think they balanced it just right. And as far as the strength, again, I think this sits really well on me anyway. Even though it's extrait de parfum, it's not terribly loud. It just sits in the right amount and smells really refined. Now there is a fourth fragrance in the Dark Romance collection called Oud Galore, which I don't have, but those were most of the fragrances from those two collections. Now he does have two other collections, the Rubius collection and the Anima collection. Both of those sound really cool as well, and I'd love to try those out at a further time. And maybe in the future we'll do a follow-up video and a part 2 and cover those two collections in that video. So that is all I have. What do you think of this line? I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Chris Collins line. I really like this line. I love how everything seems to have kind of this one theme of being romantic or formal or that type of thing. It has a very cohesive type of formality and occasion. I like that a lot. And plus, the scents just smell great. I love how unique these scents are, and I think they did a great job with this line. Definitely go and check them out. With that, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Fragrance X. Fragrance X is an online reseller that sells thousands of legitimate products for a discounted cost. If you're considering buying a fragrance, definitely check out Fragrance X. I'll have a link down below to them as well as a coupon. But also check out Rakuten.com. Rakuten.com is a website that offers you a rebate with every purchase that you make through their website. They actually have a deal with Fragrance X that offers you a certain percentage in rebates just by buying through Rakuten. So I'll have a link down below to them as well. Definitely check out Fragrance X and Rakuten together. Great. But of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Chris Collins line. Of course, let me know down in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Love you for it. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave, the Fragrance Bros.